Dreamsexual doesn't actually exist, and I'm going to prove it to you. But first, if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. If you don't feel like subscribing, that's cool too. Instead, just leave a comment so that YouTube will recommend this video to more people. It really helps me out a lot as a small creator, and it's less of a commitment than subscribing. Alright, let's get started. Ah yes, the Dreamsexual. The scum of the earth, lowest of the low, worst example of a dream stand that you can find, or is it? Now, of course, let me clarify here that I am not talking about the actual valid aspec sexuality that is also named dreamsexual, in which a person only experiences sexual attraction in dreams. No, I'm talking about dreamsexual with a capital D, the people that identify as only having sexual attraction towards Minecraft content creator and my favorite piss baby, Dream. Of course, it shouldn't need to be said that this isn't a valid sexuality, and quite frankly, it's a little bit creepy. The question here is not whether you're allowed to identify with the label. The question is, have you actually ever seen anyone do it? No, seriously, think about it right now. When have you, average Minecraft content enjoyer, in your wild travels across the internet, ever encountered someone who you believe legitimately and proudly identify with this sexuality, and didn't just have it in their bio as a joke? Have you ever seen someone who identifies as dreamsexual outside of cringe compilations or videos of raiding dreamsexual discords? My argument here today is that no one has actually ever legitimately identified as dreamsexual, and the whole concept was a tactic invented by antis to try and make dream stands and fans look worse. I mean, it certainly makes sense. After all, creating a fake Discord server to raid for a cringe compilation video is easy to do, and editing text in a video to make a cringe stan look worse is something that happened before. The first appearance of the dreamsexual flag is even questionable, appearing on a Tumblr blog, and Tumblr is famous for posting anonymously submitted, often made-up sexualities and pride flags, like the map flag. It wouldn't be too far of a stretch to imagine that a flag, especially one as silly looking as this one, was completely made up. I mean, come on, we know that Dream fans are good at designing flags. Have you seen the L'Manberg flag? All jokes aside though, the evidence is there, even if it can't exactly be totally proven. So then what if you have actually seen someone identify as dreamsexual? Well, my theory is that once this fake sexuality was created and started making the rounds on the internet, some kids saw it, and not knowing it was fake, decided to adopt it. Likely, they're actually somewhere on the ace spectrum, but not knowing how to describe their sexuality, adopted the dreamsexual identity because, well, I like Dream, maybe I'm only attracted to him for some reason? Thus, this is where we see some people legitimately identifying as dreamsexual. And you know what? I don't blame them. Figuring out your sexuality can be very difficult, especially when you don't experience sexual attraction at all, because you often don't feel like any labels can truly describe how you feel. Now that's valid, and I honestly can't blame anyone, especially kids, who were baited into thinking dreamsexual was real. Now, if you need any more evidence to believe my claims that dreamsexual was made up by antis, don't worry, there's more. Recently, the new popular Minecraft content creator on the block has been Jellybean, a PNG tuber who's skyrocketed to TikTok and Twitch fame only just recently. If Ranboot invented the TikTok to Twitch formula, then Jellybean perfected it. Unfortunately, with fame comes an unimaginable amount of hate, and honestly, I could spend a whole video talking about how undeserved Jellybean's hate is. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested to see that. But one of the many things that Jellybean has been targeted over is, supposedly, people identifying as Jellybean sexual. Now again, that's not a valid sexuality, and it already has a flag to go with it. It's big and red, and it's called being a pedophile, you stupid fucks. Isn't it a coincidence that Jellybean sexual appears at about the same point in Jellybean's career as it did for Dream? And yet no one identifies with this sexuality except maybe, again, children who don't know any better. And like Dream, Jellybean's audience is mostly children. Yes, I know all the 16-year-olds in the comments are going to come after me and say, well, I'm not a stupid kid. Yes, you are. Shut up, child. But to top things off, the supposed Jellybean sexual flag has almost the same pattern to it as the Dreamsexual flag. Huh. It's almost as though it was created specifically as a mocking of this previous trend. Jeez. Now, why would antis want to do something like this? Simple. It's a tactic called fake outrage. You'll see this tactic exercised a lot in conservative American politics. This isn't me saying that all dream antis are conservatives, I'm just giving an example. People will find an issue or make up an issue that absolutely nobody is upset about, and make it a big deal that people are upset about it. It's sort of a way to say, hey, look how stupid my opponent is for caring about this issue, when in reality, nobody with half a brain actually cares about the issue. It's like saying, they want to teach our kindergartners about gay sex, when anyone with half a brain knows that's not the issue at all, and instead we just want kids to be better educated about sexuality from a young age, and, maybe if we did that, we would have more kids realizing that Dreamsexual is real. But I digress. And for reference, no, I'm not trying to compare being part of a minority to being a dream stan either. I'm only making examples so you can get my point. The example above is an entirely larger, much more important issue than this stupid little internet drama. So let's bring the topic back around to Dreamsexuals. The point is here that creating the Dreamsexual identity and then subsequently using it to make fun of dream stans and use it as an example of why they're so problematic is a perfect example of fake outrage. It's a tactic to distract and defer from actually problematic things dream or stans may have done, to make the community seem stupid for coming up with it and stupid for caring about it so much. Really, we shouldn't be talking about Dreamsexuals. We should be talking about Dream's continued encouragement of fetishization of MLM couples, or the fact that he supports NFTs, or for God's sake, let's talk about the goddamn cheating scandal again. Like, were we all just collectively okay with the fact that he lied and made an effort to keep up the lie for months because so many people believed it? I'm not a Dream anti. I've enjoyed his content for the past couple years now, and I haven't really stopped enjoying it since. But if I was an anti, I certainly wouldn't be focusing on this issue. It's incredibly low-hanging fruit to be making fun of a few children who are confused about their sexuality, and it's even more stupid that some people put time and effort into keeping up this facade of Dreamsexual Discord servers and the like. And so, for all of these reasons and more, I believe that Dreamsexuals do not actually exist. They never have. It's always been a ruse. And if you disagree with me, please, go ahead. I seriously love seeing discussion in my comments section. But if you're just here to attack me or call me names, then please, just take it to another social media site. I've heard that Twitter loves that kind of stuff.